Dave Palmer. I'm a toolmaker by trade and have been for 40 odd years. That's what I still do for a living. I've designed and built specialist industrial equipment for production processes for most of that time. I've always liked sculpting and done a bit of that, and bronze casting. And about 15 years ago I learned how to blow glass. A friend of mine showed me. I decided to design and build my own piece of gear so I could do all that in my own time when I wanted to, very cheaply. And this is what I've come up with. I'd really like to share it with the world. I'd love to spread the creativity that comes from handling molten glass. It's just such fun, and the greatest joy I get is watching students make their first piece. That's just brilliant. So I'm going to show you the gear now. Please put up with the quality of the video. And we'll show you the chooks out. Well, this is the furnace. It has two doors. Large one, about 20 centimetres. Small one, about 10 centimetres. And this is the last pot I was using. It held about 20 kilos of float glass, broken window glass, and I've coloured the last lot with cobalt. As you can see, it sits on a crown. There's an exhaust pot in the bottom, an exhaust point in the bottom, and so yeah, that's why the tray is underneath, because sometimes I overfill pots and students are a bit dribbly, as you can see. Doesn't do much for fibre. The new furnace needs a decent control box and a really good looking burner. Instead of that, this one works very well, and I'd copy it, just make it look a bit better. Of course the new one doesn't have that. It also doesn't have all the necessary stainless for the rest of it. I have bought some linear drive motors so that I can use those instead of the manual handles that I currently use on the old one. So there's been quite a few improvements on the new one. There's a punty warmer. Takes 2 pipes and 3 punties, the hot Marva and the hot box, or garage as it's called sometimes. The new one has a larger one. I'll show you that now. It's quite a bit taller. And it doesn't have a floor in it yet. This one has a pyrocrete liner, precast. You can see the drain hole in this one, and underneath the handle for closing it. The door liner on this one is also pyrocrete. It has a 20 centimetre hole. With this size burner, if you go much bigger, you get problems, it cools down. And that size is excellent for doing goblets, glasses, first gathers, reheating, all that kind of stuff. The annealer on this one, it doesn't have a roof yet, is all set to go. On this one was too big, far too big for the amount of glass that you could do in a day. The reason this system works and why I've managed to get 6 pieces of equipment on one burner and a 20 amp single phase outlet, that one, is that I use every little bit of heat out of the exhaust. A lot of people have built ones with an annealer attached to a furnace glory hole setup, but their exhaust temperature was always very high. That exhaust up there, when this unit's running at full speed, I can't light newspaper from that exhaust. and you can stand, when it's running at 1200 degrees, I can stand right up here without any discomfort. You can do this quite safely. All the heat is drawn back into the furnace underneath. Most of it goes into the punty warmer, and it runs in cascade fashion down. The hot box is the next hottest, and then the annealer. So I'd really like to spread this idea around. Let everybody have the design. To do that, I need them drawn up on CAD, and I'll download them, put them as a download very cheaply on a website. I'd love to see people get this and change it the way they want it. If you want a giant garage and no annealer, you can do that. It can be changed and used for industrial processes for float glass manufacture, and I can do bronze and metal casting out of it. That one's got a bronze pot in it. You just need the necessary tools and the materials. I have some bronze, some green sand boxes and some green sand. I've got also some lost wax casting set up to do. And the only thing you need to take along with this is your bench and your pipes and punties and whatever else you like. But that's basically it. And it really is mobile. I mean, it's on wheels. I can just push it around quite easily on my own, usually. So yeah, it'll fit on a box trailer. 6 of them will fit in a 20-foot container. So I want to share this with the world. I don't want to make $1 million out of it. And that's my story. Hope you donate. Thanks very much.